looked at me and went, oh. She looked at me in panic when I said she was running. Yeah, see, you're exactly right. See what Bobby does for you. He ends up, with all the fun stuff. Well, it's just about that time. Positives are, we just ended school, right? Yeah. So the negatives are, a lot of people said, see ya, and they went running out for school time, because I know there's a few people. And then there's other people that are like, hey, I'm here. So we're here with you to celebrate. We have a little bit of a job to do. Hold on a minute. Get the last of the lights here. We made sure that the lights were kindled before Shabbat started. There we go. So we have Shabbat and we have Hanukkah candles, in case anybody didn't have a chance to do all that before they came over. So we're going to light them. We're going to say the blessings together for them. Which one goes first? The Hanukkah candles or Shabbat? Okay, how many of you? How many of you think Hanukkah first? How many of you think Shabbat first? Okay, well, technically, when we light the Shabbat candles, we brought in the Sabbath, so we wouldn't want to kindle more lights. We don't want to strike the match and do all that stuff again. So this is one of those weirdo times where we actually light the Hanukkah candles first, and then we'll light the Shabbat candles to welcome in the Sabbath. So if you got that option, yay you, right? But let's, do you want any help? You can do this on your own. Yes? Okay. Do you want to bring maybe your brother up to help? Yeah? Come on, Jonathan. Should we maybe get Ben to help and Joshua to help too? Ben, come on up. Joshua, come on up. This will get you guys to help with this part. And then you all can help with the unless someone wants to volunteer to do the candles, we can do that separately. But come on over here. Come on over here. It won't bite unless you touch it. All right, so if we can, please, if you're able to rise. I lit them earlier, but our shamash is here. But we have our two blessings, and I'm sorry, I can't remember having a Hanukkah bat mitzvah in forever, so I'm adding Shechianu tonight, right? The special prayer of new things that we don't do very often or ever. Well, that's one of them. Is this a celebration for you for the first time? Then even, there you go. So let's join together. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Chanukah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asa nisim lavoteinu bayamim hahem ba'azman hazeh. One more. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'echianu v'kiyamanu v'higianu lazman hazeh. We say Chanukah Sameach, a happy Hanukkah. Now we have some lights to light up there. Should we get everybody to help, or do you have anyone else you want to help you? Grandma, maybe? Anybody? Grandma want to help? No? Okay, all right. So come on up over here. Everybody take a step up. We'll get the same crew to help us with the Hanukkah, with the Shabbat candles. Looking very dapper there, Jonathan. All right, ready? This one, what are we going to do this time, unlike the other? Yeah, we're going to take our hands and bring that spirit of Shabbat to us. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. Amen. We say Shabbat Shalom. Thank you all. All right, the three gentlemen can sit down. You have a little work to do. So come join us down here. promised Ariel that we would work from down here as we normally do. So let's join together where we normally would be on page, see, there's the blessing, on page 5. Page 5, where we welcome in Shabbat with Shalom Aleichem. It's a very special Shabbat for the extended Weintraub family and for all of us, because it's been about a year since we've enjoyed having a bar or bat mitzvah here. So Ariel is in the 6th and 7th grade class. I know, 6, 7, right? In our B'nai Mitzvah class, I'm just going to call it that, B'nai Mitzvah class, and she has been studying for a very good long time and ready to celebrate becoming a Jewish adult tonight. So page 5, let's join together. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei HaSharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei HaMlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Malachem l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech, Malachei HaMlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu ni l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech, Malachei HaMlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzeitchem l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech, Malachei HaMlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. We turn over to page 10. There you'll find our beautiful hymn from the 17th century, 16th, 17th century, that kind of brings in the spirit of Shabbat for us. And it talks about the light of the world, which we are extra lit tonight with the Hanukkah candles as well. So it's a beautiful hymn. We'll join together in the first and second verses together as we join. Ready? Yedi nefesh av harachaman mishach avdach el ritzonach yarutz avdach kemo ayal yishtachaveh mul hadarach ki erav lo yedidutach mino fetzuf vechol tam. Here's the hard part. Yada dai 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 dai, yada dai 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 dai, yada dai 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 dai, yada dai dai dai, yada dai 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 dai, yada dai 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 dai, yada dai 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 dai, yada dai dai dai, yada dai 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 dai, yada dai 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 dai, yada dai 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 dai, yada dai dai dai, yada dai 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 dai, yada dai 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 dai, yada dai 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 dai. Page 11, you'll find the formal beginning of Kabbalat Shabbat, our series of psalms that kind of get us going and get us into the mood for our Shabbat worship, for the arrival of Shabbat. Ariel, you have to remind me, we talked about the slow one. Not that one. Okay, good. See, she's keeping me honest. We join together, page 11. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Nari alitzor yishenu nikad rafana b'toda bizmiro nari alo nikad rafana b'toda bizmiro nari alo ki el gadol Adonai umelech
Asher biyado mekorei haaretz, v'to'afotari lo. Asher biyado mekorei haaretz, v'to'afotari lo.
You'll kindly turn over to page 14. There you'll find the end of the 96th Psalm. It talks about the earth and the heaven rejoicing. Perfect psalm for a celebration of life, like a bat mitzvah. So we join together by the arrow. Yismechu hashamayim, hashamayim, yismechu hashamayim, hashamayim, yismechu hashamayim, v'tagel haaretz. Yiram hayam, yiram hayam, yiram hayam, umelo, oh, yiram hayam, yiram hayam. Yiram hayam umelo yismechu hashamayim hashamayim yismechu hashamayim hashamayim yismechu hashamayim v'tagel haaretz ya'alo sadai v'chol asher bo az yiranenu kol atzei ya'ar Lifnei Adonai kiva lishpot haaretz yishpot teva b'tzedek v'yamim emunato. You'll kindly turn over to page 19 at the bottom. 19 at the bottom. This is a selection we've begun adding every Friday night because it's really just a beautiful way to kind of remind ourselves of the importance of the Sabbath, the importance of Shabbat, which is a day of rest, of taking the noise and the loudness and the work from the week before that has been and toning it down, bringing in that Shabbat peace, if you will. So this is, and it also links us certainly to our brothers and sisters in Israel, as this prayer is taken from a Tel Aviv prayer community from one of their prayer books. So page 19, let's join together in the small print, very bottom of the page on the left-hand side. Blessed is your coming, Shabbat. Blessed is your coming. Rest with you, rest and peace, following a tumultuous week filled with so many demands. Bring the space in which, with others and alone, we can shape an infinity of dreams. Bring the hour of forgiveness in which to hear the pounding heart of another human being. Blessed is your coming, Shabbat. Blessed is your Creator. Blessed is your light. Amen. We turn over to page 20 by the arrow as we join together the end of the 99th Psalm. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachavu lehar kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachavu lehar kodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachavu lehar kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'hishtachavu lehar kodsho. On page 21, you'll find the 29th Psalm. The 29th Psalm talks about, and it repeats over and over the words, Kol Adonai, the voice of God. It's reminding us that we have to take a break sometimes, and we have to listen for the voice of the divine, the voice of the holy divine spirit, if you will, in the world that's around us. It's hard to hear sometimes God's voice, but if we listen with directed ears, we might certainly be able to put away all the noise that's around us and hear that voice of God. And what is that voice saying to us? That's the theme of the reading on page 21 on the far left side of the page. If you'll read with me responsively, I'll read the Hebrew. Ariel, if you'll help take the English as we join all together in the English, page 21. Kol Adonai al Hamayim. The voice of God opens the gates of compassion and love. Kol Adonai Ba'koach. The voice of God opens the gates of courage. Kol Adonai Behadar. The voice of God opens the gates of shining truth. Kol Adonai Shover Arazim. The voice of God opens the gates of endurance and patience. Kol Adonai Hotzei Lavotesh. The voice of God opens the gates of splendorous beauty. Kol Adonai Yahil Midbar. The voice of God opens the gates of deepest connection. Kol Adonai Yeholel Ayalot. The voice of God opens the gates of presence. You'll find over on page 21 on the right side the actual psalm. Ask if you're able to rise as Ariel leads us in the Shabbat morning tune that we're most often using on Shabbat morning, but we can use it here tonight as well as we join with her.
Mizmor LeDavid, Havu Ladonai B'nei Elim, Havu Ladonai Kavod Va'os, Havu Ladonai Kavod Shemo, Yishachavu Ladonai B'chadrat Kodesh, Kol Adonai El Hamayim, El HaKavod Hirim, Adonai El Mayim Rabim, Kol Adonai Ba'koach, Kol Adonai Behadar, Kol Adonai Shover Arazim, Vaishaber Adonai et Arzei Havanon, Vayarkidim Kimo Egel, Levanon Vesirion Kimo Ben Remi, Kol Adonai Chotzeit Lavot Esh, Kol Adonai Yachil Midbar, Yachil Adonai Midbar Kadesh, Kol Adonai Yeholel Ayalot, Vayeches Sophia Aro, Ufechalo Kulo Omer Kavod, Adonai Lamabu Yashavayeshev Adonai Melech Leolam, Adonai Oz Le'amo Yitain, Adonai Yevarech et Amo Bashalom. You are welcome to be seated. Very nice. We turn over to page 23. There you'll find L'chado De'ar, hymn that welcomes in Shabbat as a bride or a queen to our midst. We will do the first two verses on page 23, the middle verse on page 24, and the last two verses on page 25. And hopefully someone will magically open up the back door. Up, Dave. Okay, David's. I got him back there, the magic maker. Where that last verse on page 24, on 25, we rise and we face the door to, as the mystics do, they used to go out into the fields and welcome in the Sabbath bride. We're going to kind of do that as we do. The custom is to open the door and welcome in Shabbat together. So page 23, you'll find the first two verses as Ariel leads us. L'chadodi likrakala, pene Shabbat nekabela. L'chadodi likrakala, pene Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor v'dibor echad, Ishmeyanu el hamilcha Adonai echad, U'shemo echad l'shemo tiferet v'litla. L'chadodi likrakala, pene Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lichuverecha ki mekor avivracha roshi kedem nesucha sof maaseh b'machshava tchila. L'chadodi likrakala, pene Shabbat nekabela. 24. Hitoreri, Kumi ori, uri, shir
Shir daberi kavod Adonai, Alayich nigla.
Lecha dodi likra kala, pene Shabbat
Kabela
nikabela.
25. Small tifroti viet Adonai tariti al yad ish ben parti venismecha venagila.
Lecha dodi likra kala, pene Shabbat nikabela.
Shalom ateret bala gam besimcha uvitzala tochemune am segula boichala
Lecha dodi likra kala, pene Shabbat nikabela. Lecha dodi likra kala, pene Shabbat nikabela.
You are welcome to be seated. We have not done that one, but we are going to start doing that one a whole lot more. It's a lovely tune. It's fun. Perfect for the occasion, certainly. So page 27, you will find the Psalm for Shabbat. We join together the special psalm on page 27 on the right. Mizmor shir leyom ha-Shabbat, tov lehodot la'Adonai, ulezamer leshimcha elyon, ulezamer leshimcha elyon, lehagid baboker chastecha, ve'emunatcha balelot, alei asor balei navel, alei higayon bechinor, mizmor shir leyom ha-Shabbat, tov lehodot la'Adonai, ulezamer leshimcha elyon, ulezamer leshimcha elyon. Ki simchtani Adonai b'folecha ma'aseh yadecha Adonai. We conclude the psalm over on page 28 by the arrow as we join together. Tzadika tamar yifrach ke'erez ba'levanon yizkeh shetulim beveit Adonai bechatzrot Eloheinu Yafrichu od yenuven b'seva deshenim verananim yiyu lehagid ki yashar Adonai tzuri velo avlatabo. Page 29, if you'll join with me on the far left side of the page, Psalm 93. The interpretive translation is a beautiful psalm we'll end Kabbalat Shabbat with. Page 29 on the far left. Entwined in worlds, enwrapped in glory, you are. So has it been, and so it is eternally you are. Waves pounding out their song reach up to God from their depths. For the song of the sea, beaten to the sound of the breakers, tells of God within. These are proof enough for the faithful that you are the Lord of time. Eidotecha nemnu me'ad lahavecha na'ava kodesh Adonai liorech yamim. I'm going to let Ariel sit because she's going to be standing an awful lot in the next 24 hours or so as she helps to lead. Page 30, you will find Kadisha Tom, our Mourner's Kaddish, our first of two Mourner's Kaddishes in our service. Those reciting, you're welcome to rise and join with me, page 30. Yit Gadal v'yit Kadash Shemei Rabbah, Bi'alma divrach hirute, bi'amlich malchute. V'chayechon uvyomechon uvchaye dechol Beit Yisrael ba'agala uvizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehi shmei rabba mevarach leolam malome olmaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekudisha v'richu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran bi'alma v'imru, amen. Yehe shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru, amen. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru, amen. You are welcome to be seated. I'm going to sit with your mom and dad, or the cute little cousin in the back, whichever one you want to do. Or you can sit right here. That's up to you. I'm giving you the option. Oh, there she goes. All right. She gets to do, that's the asserting the independence part. She gets to do what she wants to do. It's her day. All right. Well, we, just a little bit of, a brief little bit of Torah today before we go into our evening service. So when we light Hanukkah candles, unlike this, where do we usually place them? In the window, exactly. The mitzvah, actually, in the window. And the idea is it's publicizing the miracle, if you will, right? It's those who passing by the street can see the lights and remember the miracle of Hanukkah or learn about the miracle of Hanukkah. Now, in the days before electricity, way, way back, right, when the glow of the candles would light up an entire room, there was a warning that the rabbis issued. And the warning was, Ein lanu reshut lehishtamesh bahem, ella lirotam bilvad. We may not make use of their light, but are only to look upon them as a reminder of the miracle. So what are we saying, right? If there's no electricity, can we use them to light up the room, to do stuff? The rabbis are saying, no, we can't use it for that purpose. We're really to look upon them and be reminded of the miracle of Hanukkah. That's what the purpose is. Can't use them to light the room up, as pretty as they are, right? Well, now, that's important if you don't have electricity, but today, what do? Right? Flick a switch, right? You don't even have to do that. You can hit a little thing. You can clap your hands and the lights come on these days, right? If you have the right equipment in your house, right? But easily we light up the room with a flick of the switch. And we can read or open presents in doing that. So the warning really doesn't really apply to us in the modern world. Well, of course, in the days prior to electricity, people did need that light. They did have to have something to be able to see. So what the rabbis did so that people would not use that light is they created a legal fiction. And the legal fiction is, what do you see on the Hanukkah? You see, right, that one candle, although they're burning down already, you can see it on the menorah itself. One candle is the shamash. It's a bit higher, right? They created a legal fiction so that one candle would be higher than the others and declare that we're only going to use the light of that candle, wink, wink, right? Not the light of the regular candles. In other words, we're going to raise this one up. And, theoretically, however the physics for the rabbis might work, right? This is what's really giving us the light. If you're in your room with the lights off, right? For us, it's a legal fiction. I know you don't like it. I can see Jack's going like, that's kind of silly, right? It is. But that's how the rabbis operated. And they called this one, what is it called? The shamash, right? Shamash, we call it sometimes, but the shamash, the helper candle. It's a helper candle, really. That's what it does. It lights all the other lights. So now when you wonder why it's an 8-night holiday and we have a shamash, well, we have that helper candle to kindle the other ones. But again, it was that legal fiction of what do? Well, we're using that light. But think about it for a moment. If the shamash isn't really needed, then what are we doing now? Why didn't we get rid of that shamash? We don't really need it, right? We could just as easily light the candles like we did with these. We would just light it, right, with a lighter or a match or however we want to light it. We don't need a shamash. What do we need that one for? So how come we didn't get rid of it? Right? Tradition. All right, says Ben, tradition. Well, it certainly sends a message to us that we want to continue, and it is a message that speaks about tradition, but it's even deeper than that, too, right? It's not just, well, because my ancestors did it that way, I'm going to do it, too. How long does that last? My parents did it that way, I'm going to do it, too. My grandparents did it, no way, right? So we know that there's a danger, certainly, that if we just say, oh, it's for tradition, that could be lost eventually. So that you're absolutely right, Ben, that's probably the primary reason. But we know that we have to have meaning for ourselves today. Not just say it's because someone else did it a long time ago, why don't we, right? We want something deeper than that. So what does the shamash do for us? Well, it seems to me that the shamash stands above the other candles, not only for that physical reason, right, or historical or legal reason, but for really a spiritual one. There's a spiritual message in the shamash and in keeping it for our time today. What does the shamash do? What's its job? It lights the other candle. It enables all the other candles to have that brightness, right? Without its help, the light of our lamp would remain dimmed. We wouldn't be able to light the candles in the way that we would normally do it, right? So the message of the shamash is that each of us stands in that same position, right? With the potential to kindle the lives of others around us. If we can be that shamash, we can serve and kindle the lights of the other. So just as the shamash lights the other candles, so too is it a mitzvah for us to touch the lives of others. And tradition teaches us, here's tradition, right? Our sages teach us, Zachin la'adam shel bifanav. One must perform positive acts which are helpful to others. So if we can do something to help someone else, if we can be a shamash for something else, even when not being asked, the rabbis say that's what you need to do, right? All of us have the potential to be a shamash, to be an enabler for somebody else, to be the shamash for others. Just so happens, I wrote this before, right? But I'm driving back from Camp Ramah today, listening to NPR, and they were doing a whole series on generosity. And it was talking clinically about what generosity does. It was talking politically, it was talking about sociologically. And of course, it was talking about what does generosity do, right? That we hope that in doing acts of generosity, that it feeds to do other people to do more acts of generosity, that it grows. And the idea is that somebody does it, maybe brings happiness to someone else, maybe that person will pay it forward, right? And that person will become a shamash, an enabler of generosity for somebody else. How timely is that message that I heard today, certainly, and for us at Hanukkah. Those of your parents, grandparents, right? You know full well that you shape all that your child learns and does for better or worse. You're going to learn that one quickly, right? Right? That we know our children are influenced by who we are, what we do, and how we do with them, right? You kindle the light of your children when you teach them right from wrong, when you show them love or compassion, when you help them achieve their potential. You are the shamash when you schlep them, when you drive them to Hebrew school many, many, many days, right? Or to a bat mitzvah lesson, even if you're stopping by for Starbucks or McDonald's or whatever it is you guys have done every time, right? That is an enabling. That's a shamash. You are their shamash when you do that. And by doing so, you enable them to see the importance of our tradition and the value of living a life guided, certainly in this case for us, our Jewish principles. So Ariel, you are celebrating your bat mitzvah. Again, it's always late in December. A lot of people don't have the opportunity to celebrate Hanukkah and their bat mitzvah. Most people are, it's winter break, we're not going to do this. I'm so happy you did, because you're going to take the bima tomorrow morning, just as you have tonight, and you're a shamash. That's what you are. You're an enabler for us. That's what someone davening, that's what we're teaching our kids, to be able to enable the rest of the community and the congregation, in addition to themselves, right? To take that tradition, that prayer experience, to help us feel the spirit of Shabbat and Rosh Chodesh. It's also, by the way, the beginning of the new month. So not only is it Shabbat and Hanukkah, it's also the beginning of the new Hebrew month. And you're going to help our hearts to celebrate all three occasions, as you now add a fourth occasion, which is becoming a bat mitzvah. So certainly as a bat mitzvah, you're now going to have many, many, many opportunities to be a shamash for other people. And to help yourself, certainly, and to help others to fulfill the mitzvot. and the responsibilities that you now take on as a Jewish adult. That's what becoming a bat mitzvah is, taking on those responsibilities. So as we see the shamash, it's getting a little smaller, but it's still there, burning brightly above the other candles on your Chanukiah. When you light your candles tomorrow night, think about this. Be reminded that this lonely candle is anything but alone. It may not be the big 8, but it's anything but alone. It's a really special candle that reminds us of what Hanukkah really is all about. And that is bringing light to others so that we can truly see the miracles of life that are all around us. And so I pray that we strive, all of us, you and all of us, be a like a shamash, kindling that spiritual life and the destiny of our children, of those who come and who touch us, and so that we touch them with the flame of Jewish tradition that we hope will continue to burn brightly into the future. So with this, I'll wish you a Shabbat Shalom, a Chag HaOrim Sameach, which means a happy Hanukkah, a long way of saying the lights of Hanukkah, and a happy Rosh Chodesh, a Rosh Chodesh Tov, right? A good Rosh Chodesh, a good beginning to the new month. And probably the most special one we could say is Mazel Tov, right? A Mazel Tov to Ariel as she becomes a bat mitzvah on this very full and fun Shabbat. We're going to rock and roll tomorrow for sure, so I hope if you can be here, you'll want to be with how many Torahs? 3 Torahs for those 3 Shabbat occasions. If we needed a 4th, we've got it, but we're doing the 3. We have 3 Torahs that we'll celebrate with tomorrow. And you will see Ariel being that example of a shamash tomorrow as she guides us in the tefillah, in the prayers, and certainly by reading Torah, by chanting a Haftarah, by sharing Torah with us with a Devar Torah, a message. I think I have no doubt you're going to hear me say this again tomorrow, that your role as a shamash is just beginning. The sky's the limit for you and for how you can certainly influence those around you as a young Jewish adult and as a young woman in this world with lots of work to do to make it a better place. So with that, I will ask if you're able to actually to rise. And what I'm going to do is make sure Ariel's got the microphone so I don't have to hold it in front of her. We're going to put this one on because you're helping out with a bunch of different things, and that way you can keep it on you. And we'll turn to page 39a as we rise together and join in our Baruch Hu. Ya da 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 da. Ya da 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 da. Ya da 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 da. Ya da 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 da. Ya da 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 da. Ya da 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 da. Ya da 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 da. Ya da 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 da. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. HaMevorach HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. You may be seated. On you. It's off. Mine's on. Yours is off. You can clip that on. We're going to join together at the bottom of page 39a, if you'll join with me, this first blessing of the coming of the evening light, the evening service, if you will. 39a at the bottom in the English. Baruch atah Adonai, our God, sovereign of time and space, whose word brings the evening dusk, whose wisdom opens the gates of dawn, whose understanding changes the day's division, and whose will sets the succession of seasons and arranges the stars and places in the sky, who creates day and night, who rolls light before darkness and darkness from light, who makes day pass into night, who distinguishes day from night. Adonai Tzevaot is your name, living and ever-present God. May your rule be with us forever and ever. Baruch atah Adonai, who brings each evening's dusk. Umavir yom umehevi laila, umavdil ben yom uven laila, Adonai tzavaot shemo. El chai v'kayam tamid yimloch aleinu le'olam va'ed, Baruch atah Adonai ha'ma'ariv aravim. We join together page 40. Ahavat olam beit Yisrael amchavtach Torah u'mitzvot chukim u'mishpatim otanu limadeta al kein Adonai Eloheinu b'shachmeinu u'b'kumeinu nasiach b'chukecha v'nismach b'divrei Toratecha u'v'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed ki hem chayenu v'yorech yameinu u'vahem nege yomam v'layla v'ahavatcha tasir mimenu le'olamim Baruch atah Adonai Ohev Amo Yisrael. We join together page 41. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha B'chol levavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'odecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'veitecha Uvlechtecha v'derech, uv'shochbecha uv'kumecha, uv'shartam le'ot al yadecha, v'hayu letotafot bein einecha, uchtaftam al mezuzot beitecha, uvisharecha. We join together in the English on 41. You shall love Adonai your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all that is yours. These words that I command you this day shall be taken to heart. Teach them again and again to your children. Speak of them when you sit in your home, when you walk on your way, when you lie down, and when you rise up. Bind them as a sign upon your hand and as a symbol above your eyes. Inscribe them upon the doorposts of your home and on your gates. We turn over to page 44, Umalchuto v'ratzon, leading up to Michamocha, the words we sang when we crossed the Red Sea in celebration of our freedom from slavery in Egypt. 44. Umalchuto v'ratzon kiblu aleihem, Moshe u'Miriam u'bnei Yisrael anu shira, b'simcha rabba v'yamru chulam. Mi chamocha va'elim Adonai, mi chamocha nedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot osef eleh, malchutecha ra'uvanecha, bokea yam lifnei Moshe, ze'elianu v'yamru, Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed, v'ne'emar ki fada Adonai et Yaakov, uge'alo miyad chazak mimenu, Baruch atah Adonai, Gal Yisrael. Page 45, you will find Hashkivenu, our prayer for peace, for shalom, for personal shalom, certainly personal peace, peace in the world as we end our day and begin a new day together. Page 45, let's read together on the left side in the English our prayer for peace. Allow us, Adonai our God, to sleep peacefully. Awaken us to life, O Sovereign. Spread over us your canopy of peace. Restore us with your good counsel, and save us for the sake of your name. Shield us. Remove from us enemies, pestilence, sword, starvation, and sorrow. Remove the evil forces that surround us. Shelter us in the shadow of your wings. For you, God, watch over and deliver us. And you, God, are sovereign, merciful, and compassionate. Ensure our going and coming for life and peace, now and forever. May you spread over us your canopy of peace. Baruch atah Adonai, who spreads the canopy of peace over us, over all the people Israel, and over Jerusalem. Ushmor teitenu uvoenu l'chayim u'l'shalom yatav yad olam, ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha, baruch atah Adonai, hapore sukat shalom aleinu v'yakol amo Yisrael, v'yal Yerushalayim. Page 46, you'll find Vishamru. We rise as we join together in the paragraph, reminding us of our connection to God through the observance of Shabbat as a sign of the covenant. Page 46, as Ariel leads us.
Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et Shabbat la'asot et Shabbat lidorotam berit olam. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et Shabbat la'asot et Shabbat lidorotam berit olam. Be'eni u'b'nei Yisrael Oti leolam, oti leolam, oti leolam. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et Shabbat la'asot et Shabbat lidorotam berit olam. Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai, et hashamayim v'et haaretz. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et Shabbat la'asot et Shabbat lidorotam berit olam. Uvayom hashvi Shabbat vayinafash, Shabbat vayinafash, Shabbat vayinafash. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et Shabbat la'asot et Shabbat lidorotam berit olam. We remain standing for Chatzi Kaddish, page 46. Yikadal v'yikadash shemei Rabba.
Amen.
B'yama divrach yirtei v'yamlich malchutei.
V'chayechon u'yomechon u'chayei dechol be'Yisrael. Bagala u'bizman kariv v'yimeru. Amen. Yehi shmei Rabba mevorach le'olam olam me'amaya yibarach.
Yibarach v'yishtabach v'yipa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitala shemei dekudesha
Birichu
le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata
tushbechata v'nechemata damira me'oma v'imeru. Amen. You'll find the silent Amidah this evening, page 47 through 52. We add the paragraph for Rosh Chodesh and for, that's on page 50, and remind ourselves again of the holiday of Hanukkah as well. So page 47. we have the paragraph for Hanukkah that's on page 430 as well. We join together the bottom of 52.
Ose shalom bimromav, v'yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imeru amen. Ose shalom bimromav, v'yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imeru amen. Ose shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imeru amen. Ose shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imeru amen.
You'll find Kaddish Shalem over on page 54.
V'yikara shemei Rabba.
Amen.
V'yama divrachirte, v'yam lich malchute, v'chayechan u'v'yamechan, uv'chayei d'chol be'Yisrael, ba'agala u'bizman kari v'imeru.
Amen. Yehi shmei Rabba mevorach, le'olam olam me'omaya yitbarach.
Yitbarach v'yishtabach, v'yipa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalo, shemei dekudasha.
Brichu.
Le'elamim kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, ta'amiran b'yama v'imeru.
Amen.
Titkabot sloton uva uton, d'chol Yisrael, ka'adam avut hon, divish mai v'imeru.
Amen.
Yehesh lama rabba mim shamaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imeru.
Amen.
Ose
Shalom bimromav, v'yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru, amen.
Yaseh shalom,
Yaseh shalom,
shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom.
Shalom Aleinu Me'al Kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom. Shalom Aleinu Me'al Kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom. Shalom Aleinu Me'al Kol Yisrael. Ve'al Kol Yoshvei Tevel Ve'imeru. Amen. If you'll kindly turn forward in your Siddur to page 173. Ariel, if you want to sit down for a minute, because you've been standing for a while, I'm happy to have you sit and take a load off your feet for just a moment. Page 173, you'll find our Misha Berach for our Cholim, for those who are ill, those who are in need of healing. Certainly, we think of it just personally, certainly health-wise, psychologically, emotionally, and healing for the world. It's a beautiful song that we sing, written by Debbie Friedman. And as we prepare for our Misha Berach for Cholim, for those who are ill, I have a list here. I'll give you the names of those on our list, and then we can go around the room if you have any names to add to this list as well. So this evening, we keep in our thoughts Shulamit bat Gittel, Yisraela bat Zipporah, Devorah bat Avraham Vasara, Gittel Glasser, Marjorie Morstein, Barbara Feingold, Harriet Siegel, Nadine Hyman, Gary Kramer, Francis Haber, Suzanne Gott, Joan Klepp, Susan Aller, Megan Contigno, Natalie Kogan, Bernie Rowe, Esther Wiener, Hannah Lipman, Peter Jacobson, Elizabeth Alfieri, Joel Lowenstern, Bonnie Carlton, Rivka Markowitz, Victor Alfieri, Arlene Hoffman, Bruce Fine, Rosa Burgos, and Don Siegel, and any names we add at this moment. Any others? We keep all of them in our thoughts as we join together far left side of the page on 173 in the small print. Mishe beirach avotenu mekor haberacha leimotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mishe beirach imotenu mekor haberacha lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. Refuah shlema, perfect healing for all in need. We turn back to page 56. There you'll find Aleinu, our concluding part of our service. Ariel, do you want to get us going as we rise? Joshua, if you'll come forward again. Ben, Jonathan, if you'll come forward with the honors of you. Do you want to do it, or do you want them to open up the ark? You want to do it? Yeah. Okay, Ariel wants to do it, so please join her up there. As we all join together, go ahead, open up the, take your Siddur with you. If you'll pull the curtain for us, and then you all will close the doors later on as we join together. Page 56. Aleinu leshabeach ladon hakol latet gedula yotzer breshit shelo asanu kagoye haratzot velo samanu kamishbechot ha'adama Shelo sam chelkenu kahem v'gor aleinu kechol hamonam v'anachnu korim umishtachavim umodim alifnei melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu שהוא נוטה שמיים ועושה הארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו בגבהי מרומים. הוא אלוהינו אין עוד, אמת מלכנו אפס זולתו, כך כתוב בתורתו. וידעת היום והשבות אל לבבך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל, והארץ מתחת אין עוד. Page 57, כן דקה ואלך אדוני אלוהינו לירדך. כי המלכות שלך היא ומעטים לך בכבוד.
ככתוב בתורתך, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ.
ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד, ושמו echad. You are welcome to be seated. Thank you, gentlemen. And our bat mitzvah. Come on down. Grab my list here. So this evening, as we turn to page 58, where you will find our mourner's Kaddish, this evening we continue to keep in our thoughts as we recite mourner's Kaddish Irene Friedman and Jim Hoffman. We also keep in our thoughts those whose yortzites occur today and the week that is coming, including Sidney Rubin, Gerald Golden, Jehuda Shane, Francis Bruckner, Joseph Liver, Leo Freilick, Arthur Chauvenet, Blanche Niederman, Dina Bittner, Victor Sebastian Alfieri, Goldie Kittner-Burson, Morton Swerdling, Gloria Bogle, Herb Burkholz, Leon Eisenman, Ida Nachman, Gladys Glickman, Ida Holtzman, Gertrude Gossow, Celia Raskin, Bernice Silver, Dorothy Peltz, Dina Brand, Caleb Dunn, Esther Rowe, Margie Stone, Arthur Solomon, and Joseph Lasser. All those reciting Kaddish Tome, the mourner's Kaddish, you're welcome to rise and join with me on page 58. Yit Gadal v'yit Kadash Shemei Rabbah B'yalma divrach chirute v'yamlich malchute v'chayechon uvyomechon uvchaye dechol Beit Yisrael ba'agala uvizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehi Shmei Rabbah mevarach leolam alomei olmaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekudisha brichu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran b'yalma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom bimromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May be seated. Mindy, believe it or not, you are my Bima buddy today. I don't know if you knew that or not. Do you want to go up or just borrow my mic? Borrow my mic. Okay, just check it. Here you go. That's for you for our announcements. Oop.
Hey, don't go too far. Okay. First of all, Mazel Tov on your bat mitzvah. You're not done yet. You got more to go. And to the whole Weintraub family. And tonight, thank you for sponsoring our ONEG. Religious school, you are on winter break until January 11th. Yay. I know.
I was saying that for me, not my kids, by the way. So
Okay, well, they're thinking that. Okay, big deal. We have our sisterhood gift wrapping going on right now, and it's been slammed. So anybody, man or woman that knows how to wrap, please.
or doesn't know how to wrap.
Well, we can teach you. However, we need help. So please, on the website is our sign up. So please sign up. And we,
Another week of it, right?
yeah, we do it through Christmas Eve, and it's a lot. Okay, and don't forget that the Southern Schmooze is February 27th through the 1st of March at Ramat Darom. It's a wonderful way to get to know your fellow congregants and celebrate a Shabbat with others from small Jewish congregations in the South. Join the Social Action Committee for the mitzvah, which is volunteers will be preparing brunch for Salvation Army residents on Sunday, December 21st, 10 a.m. to 1. You can contact Jeff Gaines. You can sign up on the website. That's another great mitzvah. They absolutely need it and appreciate it so much. And the unveiling for Esther Rowe is this Sunday, 3 o'clock at Beth Israel Cemetery. Please come and help make a minyan. Save the date for our social action for Meals on Wheels. It's Tuesday, January 20th at 7:45 a.m. We go to the Meals on Wheels, and we're in a line, and we fill trays or boxes that are delivered to their people, the members of the Meals on Wheels, but we don't deliver them. We just fill the food. It is fun. It's like I Love Lucy, where you go down the thing and you pour it in, and like at 7:45, it's a challenge. And also, Saturday, January 10th, is the Sisterhood Shabbat. So you can talk to this lady right here, Linda LeBlanc, or go on our website. Yeah, come. It's a good meal. You'll meet a lot of women. It's camaraderie, and we do, if I have to say so, a wonderful job. Okay, it's all women. Well, we have one token, Fred Leffert. Speaking of Fred, the Hebrew, Intermediate Hebrew is Sunday at 9:30 a.m. There is no home Megillah class with Rabbi Cohen this Sunday, and Torah class with Fred Leffert on Tuesday is 5:30 p.m. on Zoom. They're not here today, but okay, Michael and Sharon Bookbinder have an anniversary, and Lance and Amanda Feldman. That's it. And the birthdays, who is it? Well, Daniel, he's not, Dan Newman. He'll be here tomorrow. You can tell him if you see him. Paul Della Maggiore, Samuel Feldman, and Linda Miller. On Christmas Day. Oh, okay. Look at that. You can text her. She's gone for the month.
Thank you, Mindy, for making sure we all know what's going on. There's lots still going on. I know it's a little more going into a kind of a quieter period of time, but gift wrapping, if you're bored, they're doing it all day. So if you're sitting at home with nothing to do, go sign up, go to the mall. You can learn how to wrap gifts. It's a really nice, by the way, the It subsidizes our religious school, so it makes our religious school tuition free, aside from an activity fee, which is really lovely. So it's really a nice mitzvah, and one of our important synagogue projects. And again, there's other ways to certainly be involved with the Salvation Army this week. I know that's this Sunday, so probably if you didn't sign up already, that's going to be a little hard. But actually, Jeff Gaines will be here tomorrow, so if you're interested, you can talk with him. He may be able to tell you where and when and what, but it's 10 to 1, and that's a lovely opportunity as well. Yeah.
The gift wrap is signing up usually for a 2-hour.
Right. So gift wrap is a 2-hour thing, right? But I think at this point it'll take you for whatever whatever time you can give, 2, 4, 6, 8, or 1. They'll take you. But really, we do need some more help doing that, so keep that in mind. All right, we're going to go in just a moment to have a little oneg together, and by the way, I checked it out to make sure, because a little bird named Ariel told me that her favorite birthday cake is a tiramisu birthday cake she had a week ago, right? So guess what happens to be out there? It's not a birthday cake, but guess what happens to be out there? There is a tiramisu cake out there. I think it has been put out. Mindy will find out. So when you see the cake over there, she gets the first piece. She worked hard. Yasher Kolach, please come back tomorrow morning and join us. We're small. We don't have a lot of B'nai Mitzvah every year. This is a special occasion in our community, and one that we celebrate as a community. So come join with Ariel and her family tomorrow. We will start at 9:30. We're going to start early. 3 Torahs, lots going on, plus celebrating Bat Mitzvah, Rosh Chodesh, and Hanukkah, and Shabbat. So lots of fun things. And there'll be a Kiddush lunch afterwards, as always, sponsored by the Weintraub family. So without further ado, we are going to end with a little bit of Bim Bam Shabbat Shalom, and then another song after that we might sound familiar to you. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. As we join together. Ready? Got it? Green light? You got it. Bim bam, bim 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 bam, bim 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 bam, bim bam bim bam, bim bam, bim 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 bam, bim 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 bam. Shabbat shalom, hey Shabbat shalom, hey Shabbat 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 shalom. Shabbat shalom, hey Shabbat shalom, hey Shabbat 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 shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shalom, Shabbat, Shalom, hey, Shabbat, Shalom, hey, Shabbat, 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 Shalom. And just for the festive occasion, ready? I have a little dreidel, I made it out of clay, and when it's dry and ready, oh dreidel, I shall play. Oh dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay. And when it's dry and ready, oh dreidel, I shall play. It has a lovely body, but the legs are short and thin. And when it gets all tired, it drops and then I win. Oh dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay. And when it's dry and ready, oh dreidel, I shall play. Memorize that tune for tomorrow. You're going to hear it again. Hint, hint, hint. Shabbat Shalom, Chag Sameach, Chag Harim Sameach, a happy Hanukkah, a happy Rosh Chodesh, a Mazel Tov. We're going to go and do Kiddush and Motzi in the back, which Ariel's going to help with, as we have a little nosh. So please join us in the back. With extra stuff with Hanukkah, I just have to think about it. I don't want to give you the wrong time.